everyone, it's Talia from Ayurveda Everyday with Talia. I'm so excited. I have my first ever guest on Ayurveda Everyday with Talia. Yeah, so we are talking about preventative medicine, which is all what Ayurveda is all about, and specifically cellular activation. And one way that we love to reduce oxidative stress, which is the #1 contributor to age-related illness. So this is the most aggressively studied topic in health. And I'm going to introduce my beautiful friend. This is Tessa Hope Hasty. She is the maker of this hat. She's the maker of like 7 pieces of art in my home. She's my most favorite artist in Santa Cruz. And also my beautiful dear friend. So here's why we're together today and what we're sharing with you. So Tessa, a couple years ago, now she's so beautiful. She always looks this radiant and amazing. We've been friends for at least, I want to say like almost 10 years. She looks exactly the same. She's just exactly the same. And she, about 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, turned me on to this herbal product that reduces oxidative stress. And at the time I was like, you know what? I'm not interested. I don't want another supplement. I don't want another product. I don't want any more herbs. I'm already practicing Ayurveda. I do my food, my body care. I'm good. But she was really insistent because what we're going to share with you today is a formula that is made of 5 revered Ayurvedic herbs, and they're prepared and combined in such a specific combination that they make a bigger difference than they do as individual ingredients. And she knew that, she understood that, and she just kept being like, I really think you're going to love this. And so, you know, I'm very busy as all of you are. Modern woman, modern businesswoman. I have to be on my phone, my computer, and have like 10 different ways that I communicate with people. So I'm so committed to living Ayurveda every day. And I can't deny that I have an added level of stress because of being part of the modern movement and part of modern technology, especially to run my business and earn my livelihood. So I finally said yes 2 years ago. I started taking these herbs as Tessa introduced them to me, and it has been so profoundly supportive that now, I mean, my body craves these herbs. I go to it every day. I notice if I don't take them every day. It's just been this really beautiful underlying level of support. So I want to share about it with you. And Tessa is so eloquent in talking about it that I brought her onto our Facebook Live today. So now we're going to talk to Tessa Hope Hasty.
This is my first.
And the camera's right there.
Okay, good. That was my question I wanted to ask. Hey, everybody. So I developed adult onset asthma about 15 years ago, and I've been on an inhaler, Advair steroid disc, every day for 10 years straight. And I tried my grandpa's inhaler, I tried herbs, I tried diet tweaking, I tried all these things, and always within 3 days I'd be wheezing, and visibly and auditorily like wheezing. And so I just have been puffing this Advair. And when I started taking Protandim,
which is what we're talking about today, a product called Protandim, NRF2.
Yeah, it's ashwagandha, bacopa, green tea extract, turmeric, and milk thistle.
And bacopa is a Brahmi. For those of you who know bacopa as an Ayurvedic herb, it's the same herb as Brahmi.
Yes. And so, thanks. I haven't had a puff of my inhaler since I started taking this product. That's just my testimony. But when I really started to just dig into the science, I became really intrigued, and I got my folks on it. I just wanted the people I know and love to know about this product that's pretty much the first of its kind. And so NRF2 activation.
And she loves me, so she wanted me to know about it.
I know this girl, and I know what you're into and what you represent. And you like to feel good, and you like to
I like to feel good, and I play and I work really hard.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So, I consider it an insurance policy on my cells, and I'm the same way. Like, I don't like to go a day without it, and that's just me and you. And I'm compelled enough to talk about it with people who want to know about it. You know?
Yeah. We want to know. Tell us more.
Okay, so
I love that
go
you
into
called
the
it.
Ingredients.
Yeah, well, you said them, but we'll say more about what's in this.
Okay.
And I just want to reiterate what you said. Of it is when why Ayurveda matters. It matters for so many reasons, but especially right now, it really is. There's so much, like we said earlier. Anti-aging, things that prevent aging, that slow down aging, that is the most aggressively studied topic in health. And Ayurveda already has that perspective. It's not, Ayurveda itself is not modern. It's 5,000 years old. And when we can bring it into our daily lives in any capacity, so this is a way to bring it in with one capsule a day that I didn't think it would work. I'm telling you, because I'm like, no. And it has totally blown my mind of how effective it is. But I love what Tessa said of it's an insurance policy. People who practice Ayurveda in any form are investing in an insurance policy for better health further down the road. And not only and it doesn't guarantee your health, but if something does happen to you, you have so many more tools, resources, and cellular strength to overcome it. So that's partly why we also want to talk about this with you today.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the ingredients. Tell me what you know about these 5 ingredients.
Well, I know turmeric is huge, and curcumin is imperative in your practice. And
you're wearing it. You're a turmeric.
There's a huge trend that's almost ancient, in healing. And
it's a trend for a reason.
I'm an artist. Yeah, it's a trend for a reason. I just know all of these products are foundationally used in Ayurveda and Chinese medicine, and I love that the postmodern world went deep into ancient healing, and it's like an integrative approach. So oxidative stress, you were saying, it's the number one reason for aging, for illness, for anything for adults. If you imagine our light and our bodies and in our beings is really, really bright and just beaming and firing until we're about 22 years old, and then it's like a dimming of the light, and we slowly start to fade, and adult onset issues arise. With this, we're just turning on our own body's intelligence to make antioxidants instead of just taking them.
Yes.
And so that is a whole different approach. Instead of just putting in antioxidants, where this trend of antioxidants is like 10-15-year-old trend.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's just like a nail polish. It's everywhere. But the future is actually activation and turning on our own bodies and our own gene expression to heal itself and
to create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To create.
Which is energy.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people are in this group because they want more energy.
Yeah. That's where next time we'll talk about another product. Yeah. For mitochondria biogenesis, which is, these topics are super huge in the science realm and health and ancient healings, and the public we're not as aware yet. So we're just excited to share some awareness about these products. The other thing that I just feel is key, it's self-regulating. So Talia and I have different issues. I have asthma, I got my own things, you got your own things. I like analogies. So if you imagine there's our bodies are like all pianos up in an attic, and we're taking them down for tuning and tweaking in order to play harmoniously. Each piano needs its own adjustment and
has its own tone.
Yes. So
its own harmony.
Is a self-regulating thing where it does for you what you really, really need it to do, and same for me. It's not just like this band-aid approach to fixing an issue. It's deeper than that, which I really appreciate.
So will you speak about, I have Tessa here because she's really she's the one who introduced this to me, and she's so eloquent when she talks about it, and I'm just been absorbing and taking it in and using it and loving it, but I really love how she describes all of this. That's why she's here, as well as just so that you have something really pretty to look at. But so there's 5 ingredients. Ashwagandha, which I think all of you know, or most of you know. Ashwagandha is one of the foundational herbs in Ayurvedic medicine because it is such a restorative, it's such a rejuvenative in, it's called horsetail root. It's, just, you know, when anyone has any kind of debilitating condition, it's one of the first herbs that I go to. It's an adaptogen for adrenal support, which pretty much everyone in this modern age needs. So ashwagandha is in this blend. Bacopa, which is also called Brahmi in Ayurveda, which is my most favorite, like brain health, brain circulation, brain opening herb. I personally use Brahmi oil on my head, about once or twice a week, just rubbing the herb infused Brahmi oil into my scalp. It has green tea in it, which we know as an antioxidant and as a powerful astringent, you know, cleansing, detoxifying tea herb. Turmeric we already mentioned, and milk thistle, which is usually, when it comes to cleansing, which I'm always teaching about cleansing, milk thistle is like the go-to herb for liver detoxification, liver activation, so that your liver is more working more optimally. But what I want Tessa to share is those 5 ingredients, when they are in combination with each other in certain ratios, they actually work in a synergistic way to make each other more powerful. And can you speak to that?
Yeah, so this blend, this ratio is 8 times more potent than each herb is alone. So when we take our Protandim, like, we don't want to have any green tea, any other thing, if we take it within 2 hours of Protandim, because that ratio is so tweaked and so perfect and backed by science.
And how is it so perfect? Tell us about the guy who created it.
So
just a little
Dr. Joe
bit.
McCord, he's the father of free radical biology, and he was a professor at Colorado State University, and he's researchable for sure. And
say his name again.
Dr. Joe McCord.
Dr. Joe McCord,
He
founder of
superoxide dismutase.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Here's what I was like, whoa, I'm gonna sit up in my chair and understand this a little more. The Elliott Crescent Medal, given to revolutionaries who basically changed the direction of the world.
And he changed the direction of health.
Yeah, so the Curies with the X-ray, the Wright brothers with the airplane, Henry Ford, like people who just took it elsewhere. He's the last person, as far as I know, last time I checked, to get this medal. And he... Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah.
So he found this superoxide dismutase. This,
which is
it is a. The exact word is, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's this chemical, a biological chemical in our body that we make as we're in that 0 to 20-year-old state. And we make it, and we're vibrant, and we're vivacious, and we stop making it when we're mid-20s from then on, and that's where the age-related stuff comes in. So he just was thinking, if I could just find a way to turn back on the SOD, it's called for short, if we could just turn that on, we can give people a chance of longer lives, healthier lives. And so he did a lot of science with his university, Colorado State. So he's studying chemicals, okay? Like hundreds of them. And this ex-student, a graduate student, had come to him and he said, why chemicals, herbs? Let's study herbs. They're used like this is what we want to put in our body, not chemicals. So they studied herbs. They had a list of something like 52. They brought it down to 8. Then they brought it down to 5, which are the 5 we mentioned: ashwagandha, bacopa, green
We're
tea.
upside down.
Oh my gosh, we are. The whole time we were upside
That's okay. Here we go. Now we're not upside down.
So they worked it down to 5 herbs, and they found that it did. So they did their own clinical studies through the university and found that it reduced oxidative stress in every mammal they tested 30 to 70% in 30 days. And so that's kind of the beginning of where the whole story starts. Dr. Joe McCord.
Love it. Well, cool. I'm sorry we were sideways. I don't know how that happened. What do I know about telephones? Yeah, well, so we're just so excited to share about this with you. I know when Tessa shared it with me, like I said before, at first I was like, I'm already doing enough. And then but she inspired me. And I just like, oh, you know what? I'll try it. And I literally tried it and then felt like I don't want to live without this. Mm-hmm. So I've been taking it every day for 2 years. Tell us the thing about how long you need to take it, like depending on how old you are.
Yeah, so they say to try it, if you want to try it.
Try it.
Every decade after you're 20, give it a month. So if you're 30, try it for a month. If you're 40, try it for 2. If you're 53, etc.
Try it for 3 months. Mm-hmm. So, and so we're going to give you a website. I'll type it into the comments, but I'll also just tell you where you can learn more about this. We'll actually put a couple different resources in here because, you know, we're basically telling you about a product that's for sale, and we both acknowledge that, you know, you might want to do some more research and understand more about it before you're just like, sure, I'll try it. And so we're going to put in the comments below this video just some of our own, the resources that we have that we think make a difference in understanding the science behind the product, and also a way that you can actually buy it and check it out. So it's TaliaSkitchen.LifeVantage, which is the name of the company that Joe McCord started. Mm-hmm. Yeah. LifeVantage, LIFE, and then Vantage, VANTAGE.com. So I'll type it in the comments. Thanks so much to everyone who is watching, and also we'll for sure just answer questions. If you have any questions and you put them in the comments after this video is live, Tessa and I will go in and answer anything that we can. And anything else you want to share?
I guess just that I feel super grateful that that this is happening in my body, and it inspires me to share.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 42.
Shut up.
In 20 days.
Oh, I'm 46 in 21 days.
Oh yeah.
We're Scorpio sisters. Okay, thanks so much for watching. This is Talia and Tessa Hope Hasty, my most favorite Santa Cruz artist. She made my hat. She made that beautiful painting. She's an incredible artist. If you also want to check her out, I will put her in the resources as well. Ayurveda Every Day with Talia. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank you.